We all want to achieve our goals without having to deal with burnout all the time. Let's face it, it's incredibly difficult to consistently create good work at a high level without feeling increasingly exhausted. You sit down and map out your day. Write a bunch of things that you want to achieve on your to-do list. But then the meetings and calls, lunch breaks, and your workout, which you haven't also accounted for, all start getting in the way. And if you are a parent, not to mention picking up the kids from school and shuttling them to whatever extracurricular activities they may have on tap. Now you're way behind before you've even started your day, and there's simply no time to get it all done. How is it possible to do work that you're proud of and not feel like your job is encroaching on all parts of your life? I will go over 4 key ways to avoid burnout while creating your best work. But before that, not only are you not getting things done, it's also stressing you out. And it's leading to getting even fewer things done. If we can fix how you approach your daily action items, we might be able to alleviate some anxiety and increase your productivity. It requires a less is more approach and a deeper focus on your time and calendar. Practical productivity begins with prioritization. We must shift our focus on outcomes. We got to understand that doing too much can sometimes lead to fewer results. This is especially true in business. Try to launch too many products or services at one time, and you end up diluting your marketing budget, your customers' attention, and your sales. If you want to improve your bottom line, it's better to launch one and put all of your attention and effort into it. Once that product is performing the way you want, turn your attention to the next one and do the same thing. Ask yourself one big question. What would a perfect day of productivity look like for you? You wake up feeling energized and motivated. Hit that morning routine without feeling rushed and pressed for time. Maybe even get a decent breakfast without scarfing half a piece of toast down while you scramble out the door with the kids. You are able to focus on that big project at work. The additional annoying admin tasks are handled. Meetings and calls are navigated without them stealing your focus away from the big projects. Perhaps you can squeeze in a workout and a walk. There's even a little me time in there, with a nice enjoyable dinner with the family before a restful night of sleep. Is this possible? If not, why not? What do you need to do to get here? On most days, you need to understand that as a knowledge worker, the metrics for measuring work are subjective. You can have 5 people in a department working on several things at the same time. What they are all working on could be different, but the key factor here is they are all working with a single goal in mind: make money for the company. But here lies a problem. Just because I see you busy working and putting in effort doesn't mean you are being productive with your busyness. Are you getting actual work done, or are we to use mere activity as a marker for productivity? Well, as we will see in this video, it's not an effective way to measure productivity. So what do we need to do? Which brings us back to our point: practical productivity. I'll run through 4 key things you should focus on, and you'll see a tremendous boost in your actual productivity. Number 1, tackle that do or die task first. You can't be productive when you have too much on your plate at the same time. Focus on fewer, most important tasks. We all have about 15 things that we want to get done at any given time. That is way too many. It's cognitive overload. Too many things pulling your attention, focus, and energy in too many directions. Starting today, let's make that a bit better. It starts with prioritization. Each day, you should know the most important action items that must be completed for the day to be considered successful. Call these your do or die tasks. If they don't get done, your day is a failure. You'll notice the quality level is going to be higher because you can give uninterrupted concentration to those do or die tasks. Second thing to focus on, find your sweet spot. And no, I'm not talking about creating a perfect environment for work, even though that's also crucial. I'm talking about finding just the right things that help you build momentum. Yes, the do or die tasks are already defined, but a little bit of momentum won't hurt. Pick a few easy things that you can get done quickly to create momentum. From there, it's easy to keep moving toward the tasks that are bigger or more difficult. The key is to go at a natural pace. Once momentum kicks in, you realize you're already firing on all cylinders. Number 3, pity your body. We can clamor for productivity all we want, but it's important to listen to your body and be compassionate to yourself. There will be days when you are feeling under the weather or just plain tired. On those days, recognize that you probably aren't going to deliver your best work. In this case, either focus on things that are easy to accomplish and don't require a lot of your stamina to complete, or allow yourself to enter into a first draft mode. A first draft is like developing a minimum viable product. You go in with a mindset that you will make this better as you move forward. This way you are still getting things done, but without the pressure that reaching for perfection out of the gate can bring. The last thing to focus on, quality over all else. The question is, what moves the needle? What little details actually affect the quality of your work? Obsess over those. But to do this, a thorough audit of your business and day-to-day work has to be done. How can you focus on the little details that move the needle if you haven't identified them? Give that activity as much attention as you can, but not to the point where you neglect the others. As you're focused on doing the do or dies, finding just a sweet spot to get things rolling, you'll notice it becomes more natural to focus on the little details that actually move the needle. You begin to see all of those meetings and the email and the overstuffed task list not as a mark of productivity, but as obstacles to what you're really trying to build. One thing you will notice once you start all these is that the pace at which quality important work is finished is going to go up, and you derive much more fulfillment and happiness in what you are doing over time.